Welcome back to the Nose Plays Endless Legend Inferno. It is Friday night. I work tomorrow, and I can't sleep. So it's definitely time for some Endless Legend. I honestly don't even 100% remember where we left off in the last game, although if I'm not mistaken, I think we had just started a war with the necrophage because we really didn't want them to get out of hand like they did in the previous game. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully that is indeed where we end up. I'm really enjoying playing Endless Legend again. It's just a really good game, and it's not everybody's cup of tea, these types of 4X games, but this one in particular is by far my absolute favorite of all the 4Xs that I've pretty much ever played. So, trying to remember what all's going on here. It looks like our hero got attacked by a quest army, and it looks like it's predicting that we will be able to demolish this army. They only have 100 life each. We only have 160 life, but Driders are kind of supporty class units. They're not real scary. I'm going to go ahead and auto this and see what happens. Yeah. We definitely took some damage, but we leveled up, so that was good. Let's see what else we had going on this turn. Let's go ahead and take care of this first of all. +2 approval for city center and expansions on volcanic terrain. +2 approval. Okay, so this is just basically approval. This is, yeah, okay. 10% extra science sounds really good since we are kind of pushing for a science victory, and it only puts us 2 levels away from getting the skill that cancels out the negative effects from winter. So yeah, I think we're going to do that, and then we'll come back and continue to level up different stuff. Now the reason we took this guy out was we were in the middle of a dust eclipse for 7 turns, it looks like. If my eyes are not completely blurring out on me. And we need to pick up as many of these ruins as we can. We're going to try to just loop all the way around and grab everything we can. We also have a spy in Forgotten Territory, and this is their capital city, so that's good. We may try to take their capital city at some point from them if they become a problem, and maybe they'll leave us alone once we do that. But for now, this is where we're at. We have just a couple of turns to knock down their defenses. We could almost certainly take this right now with only 2 units guarding this city, including militia. Those are almost certainly the militia units. And even with an 85 health shield, it's unlikely that their militia can stand up to us. So rather than taking a bunch of turns and giving them an opportunity to mass another army over here, maybe we do go ahead and take it. That also frees up our army to try to grab these. But they may be injured, so that's my only concern. I think we are going to go ahead and try. Yeah, and I don't think there's any reason to even fight that out. We didn't even take that much damage. Having ranged units is really, really helpful. I was a little bit concerned that what was I going to say? A little bit concerned that our ranged units might take damage in that fight, just because of how the AI sometimes... ooh, 25 wine. That's really good, actually. What's our approval sitting at? Yes. We should consider popping this. We just claimed another city. That's going to cost a little more to use it, but it is going to put us back up at Fervent for the next 10 turns. I guess the question is, we are running 3 boosters right now, that are keeping us in happy mode. Maybe we hold off and pop this as these expire. And we just did these this turn. Yeah, let's hold on to the wine. We definitely want to... excuse me. We definitely want to pop the wine booster at some point. Definitely before... I'm going to take a drink here. Hold on. A little frog in my throat there. We definitely want to pop the wine booster before we drop another city or claim another city through military victory, because I believe that's going to put it out of reach of actually being able to be used. But yeah, let's get this city up and running. So we definitely need that. What else are we going to need quickly? Yes. So let's get the dust building, the public library, the geomic labs. Yeah, we'll just kind of throw everything down if we can. I kind of have the resources for all that right now. We also have emerald extraction, which is good. And I can afford to buy that out. We need to come back and lay down a volcano former, which we will do very shortly. Alright, and we've made it to new quest added, step 4. Build the Konai School of Elite Riders. Okay. Is that something we can build right now? We need 20 palladium in order to build this. It will take 14 turns in our capital city, and longer pretty much anywhere else we try to build it. 13 turns down here. We do have a good amount of industry and population going on down there. Also, okay, everything's uncovered in this territory, so there are no more minor villages or luxury strategic resources. If there were in this shaded area here, they would show up as question marks. So, useful to know. I'm going to go ahead and build a volcano former out of glass steel, and we'll come back and drop that and then grab this. We might do it on the way back. We'll see. Alright, I did these in the wrong order. So we received the Konai School of Elite Riders as the reward for the last thing that we completed, and now the next part of the quest is to build it. I don't believe there's too much else going on. We have the Golem Rider in the queue for our research right now. And looking at territory currently, it looks like we're in pretty good shape. We may still want to grab one of these or both of these territories. Another battle. Yeah, our hero can handle this. Not without injury, but that's fine. We're going to spend a few turns in lava territory here collecting these. So he'll heal up a little bit for being on lava terrain, as we have regeneration on these types of tiles. Wow, we can really move with that conflux we got. adamantium, so that's good. And we can get over here and grab these two soon. Alright. Our spy has reached infiltration level 2. So if we head over here, we have some actions that we can actually perform now. So we could reduce their population by 1, damage their fortifications, or decrease their industry production. The longer that we leave her in this city, the more things we unlock that we can actually do to the enemy, and the more powerful the effects become. Also, each time you're successful with one of these, it increases your spying level, and it increases the rate at which you accumulate points in the future. And so that's one of the texts that we were looking at in her skill tree increasing, I believe. But we'll look at that here in a minute. So her seniority level is currently 0. This will level up. This seniority level will get higher over time the more actions she does and the longer she stays in this area. And that makes her much more effective. It takes much less time for her to do the more powerful abilities. Okay. Yeah, let's just head right over there and see what we have. We can go ahead and attack his hero. Even if he brings his whole army, we'll wipe it out. So I'm going to go ahead and auto this. There's a very large chance that he'll retreat. Yeah. And so he did. So now those units are both injured. We can attack him again next turn, if we remember to mash the button, probably. These guys are also a really cool unit, a slightly different ranged unit, but would have been another good choice for us to pick up. I really like them as a military unit if your army doesn't include an early ranged unit that you have access to. The problem is so many of the factions start with a ranged unit, either right away or it's one of their first units that they can pick up. But there are a few factions that don't. We are definitely one of those factions. The Morgar do not have a ranged unit, although they have a support unit that they start with. So that technically it's not the same, though. They just don't have the same type of damage. And Broken Lords don't get a ranged unit right away, I don't believe. I think their first upgrade unit is cavalry, and their second upgrade unit is a support unit, if I'm not mistaken. A pretty good support unit, but still. Can we... So then the question is, do we want to send him up and grab this one, or do we want to send him over this direction? That's... Okay, I was going to say, that's a little disturbing. That is purple's territory, it looks like. It's hard to tell with this dust eclipse. I was about to say, pink's already expanded up to that tile. That's at least 2 territories. Maybe 1, but 1, 2. So, yeah, that would have been an interesting problem. This Wild Walker hero is... picked up specifically to be an army hero, so we're going to go down this tree and pick up the movement for now. We did not pick him up to be a governor this time. Wild Walkers make really good governors in that they have some pretty cool abilities that massively increase industry in some cases. So... these dust eclipses are just really powerful for us. Yeah, I'm not sure how I want to go about this. we might send this hero this way. Yeah. We are going to just teleport him back to the city once the dust eclipse is over, but I think I'm going to send him out that way, and I'll use this hero to get this one and head around this direction. Alright, we got the palladium, or at least part of the palladium we need. How much was it for that building again? 20. So we're going to have to find at least one more palladium deposit. We have found 2 adamantians and 1 palladium, so they are coming with reasonable frequency to expect that if we keep doing this, we might get one. And then I'm going to have to send this guy down this way and uncover the rest of this territory. Alright, it's time to look at a new science. We are going to be 2 techs away from era 3, so we're going to need 2 more techs from this era. Our empire is getting quite large. The road improvement is a pretty useful tool. I don't foresee us making peace anytime soon with anyone. And we did get exotic armors, which we need to start stockpiling resources to collect. That means I'm probably going to skip both of these. Perhaps we go ahead and get the marketplace so that we can buy the missing resources that we need. I think that's probably a reasonable expectation at this point. And we'll go from there. We also have a fair number of pearls. I have not laid down the Altar of Arga yet. Okay, we're on the way to getting it. Okay. Let's go ahead and end the turn and try to get this battle. Alright. Keeping them crippled is an important part of our strategy. Also, stealing their pearls. It looks like they only have maybe one other territory. So perhaps we try and just get these guys off. If we can wipe them out right now, this will secure a pretty nice amount of territory for us. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I dropped the AI difficulty a little too far in the early game. It kind of feels that way at this point, but we'll see as the game goes on. The remaining AI could ramp up significantly and make our lives very miserable very fast. I haven't used this enough to really know, though. That was not ideal. Alright, so the Kekator is leveled up. Do I need this Kekator anymore? I'm not sure that I really care whether he lives or dies. The hero obviously is more valuable to not lose. Maybe we go back to our territory. Let's go ahead and search. Let's look for another temple ruin. We really need to get the adamantium to move our quest forward. And I'm not sure that we're going to get it any other way. Alright, well, that was unproductive, but yeah, move this direction for now. Alright, pearls are always useful. And yeah, I guess just head back this way. In a few turns here, we're going to want to put these guys back into a city. And I think... Which one of my cities had some river tiles? Did any of them? No, I guess not. I think we wanted... So he's locked for 3 more turns. Okay. We now have golem riders, and we can also get settlers. Do we want to do another settler right now? I don't think we do, especially if we are going to go ahead and just conquer the necrophage while they're down. We're definitely going to want to fill in all that territory at some point, but it's not going to be right away. Zoom in on our hero here. It's pretty cool looking. Alright. What else can I get done? Anything in particular? What are they building? The husbandry center, it looks like. I needed to get a volcano former over here, and maybe that's what you do. Although this hero's coming around very quickly, so we'll use him to lay the volcano former down, and we'll continue our assault on the necrophage and try to get rid of them as quickly as possible. Now, one thing I want to point out about the Progressive AI mod, the Progressive AI mod does not, to my knowledge, lower the resources that players get at the start of the game. So if you choose endless difficulty, they will start at endless difficulty, and the game will then ramp up from there. So in the later phases of the game, the AI will be significantly harder with the Progressive AI mod. But if you start, say, on a hard difficulty, you'll start the game at hard, and then over time, instead of just staying at whatever growth rates that hard gives the AI, those growth rates increase over time progressively and get significantly higher than they normally would. At least that's the way that I understand it. But there's a lot of anomalies over here. Alright, well... guess we can pick that up. We don't really want to get in a fight with anybody. Ah, I missed one. How many turns do we have left? 4? Beat their champion. Does my hero have... No, my hero doesn't have any kind of gear. We could probably do that. Looks like we won't miss it after all. Just take a 1 turn longer. Okay. To get down and lay down our volcano former. Alright, let's see. We should start sieging. Now, the question is, do we want to wait a couple turns? I don't think we really need to. There are 3 units guarding this city. It's most certainly 2 of which are militia, which we're very strong against. I think we can handle this. Yeah, they have a Necker drone. No need to worry about that fight. And I did goof in that I forgot to pop my booster. So that sucks. We'll have to buy 5 wine if we can. Let's go ahead and pop food. I don't want to pop trade routes till we actually have trade routes to gain some advantage from. Not popping those boosters was really annoying. Alright, well. Hero is moving on up, so let's head straight to the top. Get that and then fill in on our way down. This is probably their last territory, but not necessarily forever. They can grab this region here, and it looks like there's more territory that way. Let's see what we uncover here. Anything good? Not really. Alright, we are getting things done little by little. The public granary. So why... I'm curious why this... These are volcano tiles, right? -1, born from ash. Yeah. No, they're not. How have we not? Oh, because we're 2 turns away from getting these. Okay. I was about to say something doesn't seem right here. Those should definitely be volcano form by now. But we're just a little slow. That means I'm going to need a second volcano former. And I don't really want to spend these resources because I need them for various things. So we're going to build one out of that for now. This is a terrible city choice. I don't know why you would put your city right there. I guess there's not a lot of great options in this particular region, but yeah. Alright, well, we need to go ahead and build some stuff. So this city has a few things already built in it, which is good for us. Will we benefit much from the geomic lab? Not a ton. Public granary would be good. Rebuilding the Jodis would be good. Glory of the Empire would be good. Let's go ahead and get that up. That's going to give us a really significant boost in terms of our influence, which is going to be important. And yeah, let's go ahead and end another turn. I'm a little concerned about this. Yeah, we're... Okay, he can handle that. Signed contract. They're giving us a warning. So they're likely to go to war with us, which means we definitely need to get an army and close our borders. can't afford to close borders yet. And even if I did, would it be worth doing? And I think the answer is probably yes, but we really need to get some golem riders down. So let's go ahead and have... Yeah, how many turns does a golem rider take? 3 turns, basically. Can I assign a hero yet? No. But I do need to inspect a hero as he is leveled up. We don't have any terrain with rivers, but we definitely have some terrain with dust, and we definitely have some mining going on. So we're going to be moving down that tree. I could heal him for 12 dust, but I'm not really too concerned about that yet. So next turn we can go ahead and assign him over there. We can also close our borders next turn. Alright, we got a lot of stuff going on here. I want to potentially find out who this is so we know who we're dealing with. But I don't want to go deeper in their territory than that. Is it? I can't tell. Alright, the Vaulters. Well, we don't want to stay in their territory. It looks like they might have a garrison here, so let's go grab some pearls. Let's get these guys down this way. Staff. I don't think we have anybody that uses a staff right now. Alright, we'll be able to lay down our volcano former next turn, and then grab those pearls and finish uncovering some of this. Yeah. Go ahead and move up that way. Extra movement on your army is really powerful, so that's what we're going to grab for now. What does this do? Health regen and upkeep reduction. Yeah, I think that's worth grabbing. Getting a lot of value out of searching all this stuff, even though we're running really negative on dust right now. And I think that's going to wrap up this turn. Next turn we'll close our borders and kick these guys out. Them out of our territory so they can't see what else we have going on. This hero is leveled up, which means I wanted to read this again. +5 spy on infiltrated hero. I'm not sure if that's better than this. Plus 50% seniority bonus on hero at level 2, another 50%, and then reduction in the time if they get captured. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this for now. And we'll just keep this army moving. We have one more turn. Yeah, we got one more chance to grab a couple of these, so we will. Oh, perfect. Oh, I can't. It's a cliff face. I have to wait till next turn. Wow, he has a lot of movement. Okay. Well. Yeah, for now, I'll just head that way. We do have a quest here. I don't. Oh, yeah, this was the quest to fight the chieftain. All right, so let's lay down our lava former first, and then grab this, and then consider where we might lay down a second lava former. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we can make a little triangle right here. That'd be a decent city. But I'm not sure. We'd probably put another one over here somewhere. The other option is we build a stick, and we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that stick is the better shape for sure. So if we build a stick this direction, we'll grab all of these tiles and all of these tiles. And so putting our golem camp somewhere down here is probably the best bet. Everything else can kind of be grabbed with a stick city. So let's go ahead and see if there's a particular spot. 5 industry. 533. 544. Yeah. Actually, we would claim some of these tiles would overlap, but probably still fine. Go ahead and make another one out of that, and move right there. Up. It's going to take 16 turns to get this built, huh? If I move that over there, yeah, it's just going to take a while. Part of the reason that it's going to take so long is we have a big unhappiness penalty right now because of the ownership of our cities just being taken over by our armies. Means it's going to take a while for the people to get used to being ruled by the Kapaku. The one thing I don't like about this dust eclipse thing, besides the visual impairment, it is very pretty, but the music is gone. It's just this very mellow music, and these last a lot longer than they probably should, especially when I'm playing them. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get an army together. I want this army to be all Golem Riders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Golem Riders. It's going to take 18 turns to build 6 Golem Riders. Alright. 11 turns, so that's a lot lower time. Okay, we failed a quest, which is fine. And I think the technology we're going to go ahead and grab is the Imperial Highways. We now have access to the marketplace, and I can buy some wine. There is exactly 11 wine on the market currently. How much do we need now? We need 30 wine to pop a booster. So let's go ahead and buy the 5 we need, and then I also need... I guess that's it. We ended up getting enough through quests and through searching. I got some more dies, so... Yep. Let's go ahead and buy... 5 wine. And let's go ahead and pop the booster now. And that is going to put us back up into the happy range, which is going to help. Notice a lot of our negative dust penalties have kind of gone away just from that, so... Search. Okay. Defeat one of the barbarian hordes. Yeah, we might do that. But we have some necrophages to kill first. Since we have the harness as our minor civ, we may end up taking out the other ones just to keep it legit. Can we parlay with this one? I don't think we can. Yeah. With 3 minor faction units, that's actually something we might be able to do. Is there anything else we can get to or pick up? I don't remember what the quest was associated with that. I'm pretty sure it's actually this, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. I know exactly what the faction quest is for that. I'm not seeing any pearls anywhere. And I don't have the ability to do much else in terms of scout. So I guess what we do with this unit is volcano form. We can get over here and drop a volcano former, which would be very helpful. We do have an active one. So I'll go ahead and drop that there, and that will be good. This unit can move over 1, search this. We're going to retreat. Finish searching what we can. Alright, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get those pearls. And then we're going to assign him to this city. So he'll heal up, he'll level up as he's getting all of these units, and then we'll have an army here. Once the army is created, I'll start making some stone sentinels to fill the garrison, and we'll drop this army on the map and assign our Wild Walker hero to it. Okay, yeah, that was the quest that we just unlocked. Alright, this is the last turn of the Dust Eclipse, and we managed to get a whole bunch of resources from all of those searches, so that worked out really well for us. Looking at our situation, it's going to take 2 boosters to get us in a really strong position in terms of happiness moving up another level. I don't think we want to spend 2 more boosters right now. We don't have any income of this, so we definitely want to spend this right before we claim another city, which may actually happen next turn, and if it does, we probably will pop the 2 boosters just to maximize the effectiveness. Who can move? You can move. Where was I going to move you? This is our original Wild Walker hero. He has done everything he needs to do, so we're going to put him back in the capital. And that's going to increase a lot of our outputs. I'm also building Golem Riders here. So maybe I take one of these off and take off 2 of these, and now we have a full stack of 6 in 7 turns. I think that's probably right. We can also heal this guy. I forget where you do that at. I think it's... No, it's not there. We could at least get him into tier 2 gear, since he may be defending from... the Forgotten. Forgotten don't have cavalry typically. I like Infantry Slayer 3 though. And then definitely want to grab this. I think that's the right one to do it on for now. And also that if I can afford it, which it looks like I can. And then we want to move everybody over to Dust, but probably not until we get this completed. Although, just out of curiosity, it goes to 12 turns to do that. 10. If I move all of these over there, it's 7. If I move 3 of them over there, it only goes up by 1 turn to do that. So I think that's worthwhile. We also have burrows that need to be built. So I think we're going to go with that one. That's going to grab us 2 very nice anomalies. Yeah, I think we're doing alright. I'm really glad for this Dust Eclipse to be over. Unfortunately, I think winter is going to come rather quickly right behind it. Okay. Dust Eclipse is over. Increase battle movement of cavalry units, I like that. And reduce the battle movement of flying units, that doesn't affect me, so yeah, that's fine. If that's what they want to do, we've reached another level. Let's see, gives vision over armies for 4 turns. I like that one. Let's go ahead and do this. We only got up to rank 3 this time, but this is a really good ability. And it's going to give us a lot of vision of their armies. Our spy was unnoticed while performing the action, so that's good. And we get some information on what they have going on. So, looks like orange is over here, purple's up here. They did finally expand into this territory, so it looks like they may have 1, 2, 3 territories currently. Uh, these look like they're 2 separate territories because I can see a border here. So, the Forgotten are on pace with us. We're not going to fight that unit yet. But we are going to come over here and siege these guys. We don't want to fight them with 161 fortification bonuses, so we are going to siege them down. Okay. Togeshi are interesting. And we have now reached infiltration level 1. So that means our seniority went up to 4.5, and this is a stat that's going to continue to increase as we continue to stay in this city and do actions. The longer we stay there, the higher it'll get. Now, the one downside is, I think if you pull your spy from a city and then go into a different city, you do have to kind of start over in a sense, which kind of sucks. But what do we want to do with this hero? I guess we'll kind of send him down this way and scout the rest of their territory and make sure they don't have another city back this way. It's probably our best bet. Their army actually got pushed out on this side of the map, which is interesting. They can't cross our borders, but they're sort of stuck over here. That could work out okay for us. If we get this quickly, we can send our army over here and wipe them out. Or once this army gets completed, we can send it over and maybe quickly wipe them out. Let's take a look. We also get a chance to kind of peek at their units. So they do have ranged units, and they are making an infantry unit as well. But he doesn't look like he's all that far into the military tech. So I think we're in a pretty good place. In fact, according to the score, we're in a really good place. We have a very high score compared to everyone else. That's largely because we have taken a bunch of territory from the necrophage, but it is another indication that maybe we need to up the difficulty level a few clicks. Finding the right balance in the early and late game is going to be interesting, and I'm not sure that this particular mod is going to be capable of it. They want a truce for a bunch of titanium, a fair amount of titanium. I'm not particularly interested in a truce with them. I'd rather just get them off the map. Getting a bunch of stuff built. Populations are growing. We're back up to 100 dust per turn, and we have a bunch of cities. So maybe it's time to look at purchasing another hero. Science Efficiency 3, that's an interesting trait. Dust Boost 1, Influence Boost 2, Science Boost 1, Army Boost 2, Army Defense Boost 3, Cavalry Slayer. Yeah, she is probably the best bet. Not exactly sure what city we're going to put her in yet, but with Science Efficiency 3, That could be pretty strong. A pretty strong science hero, so we're going to go ahead and buy her. And I don't really see another hero of exceptional value. So I think I'm going to pass on the rest of them for now. Let's go ahead and inspect her. We'll go ahead and get her kitted out since we have the money for it. Give her a bow. Give her tier 2 armor. And we're going to give her this eventually, but we can't afford to give it to her right now. We can definitely afford to go ahead and throw those on her for now, though. And I don't think we have a hero in this city, so this will be as good a place as any to put her. This city could definitely use... What do we have here? Nothing really going on yet. I did go ahead and get that down, and that's going to be built in 6 turns. But this is only 2 turns away, so we're going to move it up. Yeah, we're building population here. It's just really slow right now. Let's go ahead and move everybody over to industry for a little bit, just to speed some of this stuff up. I don't want to spend dust on it just yet. Yeah, but maybe I do. I don't think we really need the spice extractor. Yeah, that's only 100. I'll go ahead and buy that out at least for now, and we'll move one of these over back to food, just to keep food going. Yeah, we were gonna go scout over here. Alright. This does look like it could be the end of the Pangea continent. That means all of this territory is going to be ours, which is pretty awesome. Maybe a little too awesome. Like I said, maybe the difficulty is just not up high enough for where I'm playing right now. I did set it to a higher difficulty level. I mean, we're not playing on hard or easy, you know, or normal. Having this guy move around for a while is going to be useful. Also, the thing that's nice about this is we can see this guy for a while. Normally, we wouldn't be able to see his unit at all unless we were standing right next to him. So that actually is really helpful at the moment. We'll get this guy down here as kind of a support unit, and he'll get a chance to maybe aid in the fight at the end, but he's not really equipped for much, and the Kekator is pretty... well, it's not really that worthwhile. He does have the potential to heal us a little bit, though, so that I wouldn't complain if they got into the battle as reinforcements and healed us up a little bit. These are both about to go off, which is going to be really cool. This is taking a while. There's not much I can do to really speed it up. And I am going to try to keep somebody on food just to shave 6 turns off of food production is probably worthwhile. Alright, we are at 84%. Maybe we do pop 2 boosters. This is a 5 and a 5. This is a 10. But I don't have any trade routes yet. I'd rather save this until we had trade routes. The thing is, we're not going to get trade routes up and running um, before we take that city from the necrophage. So let's go ahead and pop them. That did not put us up all the way, surprisingly. And even popping this wasn't enough. So maybe that wasn't the best plan. I thought for sure that would be enough to get us happy, but we're not quite there yet. I think we will continue to see that improve each turn as the what is it called? No, where's it at? Not security. Well, oh, there it is. Ownership. As the ownership penalty dissipates over time, we're going to get much, much better approval. Alright, I have a fairly good idea of what we're going to take in the third era right away. Currently getting minus 40 from expansion disapproval on all of our cities. That's starting to become a bit of a big deal. Moving to Era 3, we have access to bread and circuses. That's a minus 25% to expansion disapproval, which basically means plus 10 approval on all of our cities currently, and a little bit more over time. So this might be what we go ahead and get, because those boosters are not going to last forever. That's only going to take 4 turns. So yeah, let's go ahead and lock that in for now. Some of our boosters are going to be wearing off soon. In fact, I think some of them just did. So, glimpse of an era. Research is complete. Our spy is leveled up again. Let's take a look at what actions we can take. Yeah, nothing I really care to do right at this moment. We do need to continue to get our military going. And we are. Make sure this is a dead end, and it is. We'll get that ruined, and then we'll come back. They do have their army out. 47, 65, 45, 33 compared to 42, 103. Yeah, our defense is really high. So we can definitely take this army if they fight us right now. That means they have 4 military units and 3 units guarding, and almost certainly a hero as well. I don't think any of these are worth building right now, so we're going to pass on that and just collect pearls for the higher tier pearl buildings. What else do we need to do? Anything else this turn? Let's look at heroes again. Did we get some new ones? We did get a couple new ones. This is a new one. Dust Boost 1. This might be worth getting just for the Kapaku trait tree, because these are really powerful, especially in that city where I laid down 3 volcano formers. We could put him in that city and really take advantage of him. The problem is I have somebody in that city at the moment, and I don't want to move them right now. Here we go. We can heal him there. That's where that is. And I think if I press Alt and click this... Nope, that's not the one. If I press Control click, that should add it to the end of the queue for every one of my cities, which I definitely want that built soon. So, alright. I think that's going to end another turn, and we'll try to kind of go a little quicker through these last few turns. We're definitely not building any settlers right now. We're going to have to kind of slow our expansion. Oh, there's an island. The Shard of Israel. That's a cool looking sword, and we actually have some infantry units that could use it. Infantry Slayer 3 is a really good stat for infantry units. Hero level 4. Yeah, we might be able to get that done. He is level 5 already, so we already have a hero that can do it. We just need to get the technology to get access to the ocean, and that's very doable. We're gonna just move this guy over here, and we'll go ahead and move there and help out with the siege. That'll increase the amount that we're reducing. However, next turn they're down to basically a one-hit shield. And the turn after that, they have no more fortification defense, and they'll start losing health. Let's grab these pearls while we're here. Take a little longer to get there, but that's fine. This one is also built, and I'm going to be one tile off from being able to group them, which would save us just a little bit of dust, but not a big deal. Alright, what else can we do? Anything that we need to do this turn? I think we're good. So grind down another turn, and winter is here. Let's take a look over here. We're still at 88. Alright, they went ahead and attacked us. We are going to bring these guys in as reinforcements, and I am just going to auto-resolve this again because I just really don't like the tactical combat system in this game all that much. We did lose a unit, but we have a replacement for him, so I'm not too worried about it. Remember, this hero can be moved around through teleporting through the academy, so that's probably what we end up doing. Wow, okay. Well, let's pick up some pearls first. And now you can attack. And that is the end of the necrophage. Let's get that done. Let's get the Gildaris rebuilt. Get the spice extractor built. Get the labs. Get the granary. Granary actually might be what we want to get built first. We're gonna have to put more people on food. Only Fresh is out of the game. We have some new factions we can assimilate. I don't think any of these are better than what we currently have at the moment, so I'm not too worried about changing that out. Winter started, we know that. Alright, let's move those units together and move down this way. Pick those up. Where can we move to? Anywhere? I guess we'll move this direction and head towards those pearls. And I think we'll take this army and sweep through here and try to clear out any minor faction armies that are in these territories and finish assimilating or wiping out the rest of them so they don't start spawning more powerful units. And that'll give us a nice little chunk of territory that we can then press out into. We haven't pressed up against the vultures yet, and there's no need to hurry that. We also haven't met purple yet. So we do know who orange is. Orange is the Alayi. But I definitely need to pick up the pace on these turns. I want to try to get to turn 61. But we may have to end the video before that. I'm assuming we're going to war? Yep. Well. Let's go ahead and assign a hero. Would be you. And let's get you equipped. We got you equipped with some of the gear we need, but let's get the rest of it. So I can get improved damage. Army damage boost is what I'm looking for. It's an expensive trinket, but it's well worth it. I can get this, which gives us Sharp Sense 3, which is basically as good, if not better than this. Upgrade that. And then go ahead and give him the bow. He doesn't need the shield necessarily, with this giving him defensive bonuses. So then we'll go ahead and apply that. And let's make sure that our Golem Riders are also equipped properly. So before we do that, let's so he does have one cavalry unit, but mostly infantry. That's a no-brainer. Do we go with Sweep Strike back? I think we do. 24-26 or 24-12 with a little bit of defense and initiative. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, let's go with that. And then trinket-wise, on these guys, I don't know that we need to worry about the improved vision on them. We have the improved vision for our hero, which gives it for the whole stack. So as long as one unit has that trinket, you get the vision that you need. They don't need the defense against ranged right now. The only thing they might benefit from is the movement. So I am going to put that on them for now. And then once we get more resources, we might put one of these other ones on them. I can retrofit this for 400. That was kind of expensive. We can't retrofit this group, but we can combine them. And we got another one on the way. Okay. Well, the timing of this worked out fairly well. The one problem with this Kekator unit is that I can't equip it with anything. We can't. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to sell it. Uh, 75 dust? Yes. That is perfectly fine. We're going to sell that for 75 dust, and then we're going to take on this army. That was pretty easy. Our army just keeps leveling up and getting stronger. Unfortunately, I don't have a unit, but I could buy one of these out, probably. Nope. Not quite. Can I buy one of these out? Nope, not quite. We're quite a ways away. But we are making good money. I can't believe this city's at -3, but it's the penalty, so it'll fix itself over time. I don't need to worry about it too much, do I? Am I going to lose... Am I going to lose population? No, it's going to take a long time for us to lose a population pit. This meter's almost full, so I don't have to worry about it. That's good. 160 dust helps. I was wondering how that got so much bigger than it was a moment ago. Wasn't paying attention. What's next? What's next? Anything? We got no more units that have movement. I think we're fine. Retrofit that. Alright, he's gonna move up to us. And this should be a retreat. And next turn it will be a death if we're lucky. Resource deposits or dust terrain. Let's go ahead and get this. This is super valuable to us right now. And this is a titanium region. Let's take a look at all of our cities real quick and see. Okay, we have quite a bit of titanium actually. And we also have a fair amount of glass steels, so that's good. We also have some palladium deposits and an adamantium deposit right now. We don't have the technology for them yet, but we can get it here soon. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Once we get a palladium deposit up and running, he's already in that territory, so this is a good spot for him. Okay, she leveled up too. We're going to go science with her. Construction complete. And maybe we just go ahead and get the extracting methods now. Everything else is looking pretty good. We have some dust buildings we can use to solve our dust issues. We also are building Imperial highways, which gives us some dust here in the near future. Siege engineering is pretty useful if you're going to play aggressively, which at the moment we kind of are. I'm not sure what's next. Maybe reaping station. We do have a number of luxury resources that we could benefit from. Ooh, submarines would also be fun. And it doesn't look like anybody else is really out on the water yet. I'm going to go ahead and queue that up. I would like to get out on the water and get to this island and do some other things. So maybe that's what we're going to end up doing. I think, however... Well, let's go ahead and do a couple more turns. And then we'll end it. I'm probably going to end before turn 61, unfortunately. This is taking a little longer tonight than we have in the past, but... what do we want to do? We can... decrease the morale of their units. That's a reasonable thing to do, maybe. Since they just started a war with us, this will basically make it really dangerous for them to fight us. And so maybe they'll think better of the war. after a few turns of getting beat down. Maybe. We do have a lot of luxury resources over here, including wine and a number of anomalies. So, yeah, we definitely want to grab these territories. This territory is probably the biggest priority right now, with 1, 2, 3 strategic deposits. If we move that hero who generates more strategic deposits in a region, that's going to be really useful for us. So that is definitely a future plan. Alright. Let's go and return and finish these guys off. They have pretty much zero chance of winning any kind of a fight against us with the reduced stats that they have. New army. Grab that and move over here. Let's move this army over there as well. And in 2 turns, we'll be able to get this guy. And max out the stack with a very, very fast army. We need to start building stone sentinels to fill our garrisons, at least in cities where we have a hero, and the major reason for that being that we gain a lot for doing that. This is definitely worthwhile. Heroes level up based on the size of their garrison when they're in a city. So there are 2 ways that heroes in a city gain experience. They gain experience every time construction is completed on something, but they also gain experience per turn. The default XP per turn is +1, but for each military unit in their garrison, they'll gain an additional experience point. And so by having 6 units in our garrison, we'll actually gain 7 experience per turn instead of just the 1, and that is the way that you level up your heroes quickly. However, it does take a lengthy amount of investment, and these guys are kitted out in tier 2 equipment at the moment. We could make the construction of them faster by taking all the gear off and then just retrofitting them down the line. And I think that's what we're going to do. So if I pull everything off of these guys, and we just apply this design temporarily, I can build these guys really fast now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 14 turns or less, we can have all of these out. So I'm going to move this over here. And that doesn't really help much, does it? We also need to get another burrow down, and I was saving this spot specifically for something. I don't remember what it was now. The altar of Auriga's in the wrong spot. Well, we might be able to try and rush the megapole, and so I kind of want to save that spot in case we do decide to do that. Maybe we put this burrow here, and that will help that level up quicker. How many turns will that be? 5? Yeah, that's fine. Winter's not going to last forever, and that'll help. We don't really need to move our army in on the Forgotten just yet. didn't want to fight these guys. I don't see the other ones, though. Alright, well I think this is actually probably a pretty good place to go ahead and call it. So we're doing pretty good overall. We're definitely leading the pack. And once again, I think maybe we need to adjust the difficulty level up a tick or two. But we'll see. Things are going well. We'll continue this series. And join us next time as we turn our attention to the Forgotten. Until then, this has been the Nose Plays, and have a great day.